Hey guys, so today I'm going to install the brakes on my CRX. I'm starting off by installing the brake lines in my engine bay. It would have been a lot easier if I didn't install my engine first. But to be honest, I just couldn't wait to see what my car would look like with the engine in, so I totally forgot about the brake lines. Oh well. Now I just have to put in a little bit more effort to install them behind the engine without damaging the new paint. Normally I would wrap the brake lines in some plastic wrap to prevent them from making any scratches, but I didn't have any at this moment. And here you can see me install the brake proportioning valve so I can connect the brake lines to it. I actually labeled all the brake lines before taking them off the car, so I'd remember how to reinstall them. I'm really happy I did, because I tend to forget such things very often. I also made sure to tighten everything right away, so I wouldn't forget later. I really don't want to get brake fluid in my freshly painted car. I painted my brake booster the day before installing. I actually thought it looked good, but after cleaning it I noticed some of the original paint flaking off. And we don't want it, of course. Now onto my least favorite part, I'm going to install the brake booster. First, I'm putting the booster in place in my engine bay. This part isn't the hard part, of course, even though it's kind of a tight fit. Again, it would be nice to have something to wrap around the booster to protect the paint, but this microfiber cloth worked fine as well. And now, onto the part that I think every person that works on cars dislikes. Installing something under the dash. Well, the hard part's actually getting under there, and as you can see, I do struggle a bit. Even though I'm kinda small, so please explain how tall people do this. I only had to connect the brake booster to my pedal and then tighten the 4 bolts of the booster while laying there. And I dropped the lamp in my face as well. And I'm done! Yay! Hard part's done! I'm quickly cleaning the master cylinder now that the brake booster is installed. I took the lid off to let it soak for a while because it was extremely dirty and I just couldn't get it clean by hand. And here you can see me connect the 2 brake lines that go into the master cylinder. I'm super happy that I painted the brake booster, by the way. I think it looks really nice now. I think it's funny that cleaning parts always takes way longer than installing them. But yeah, I want everything to look nice and clean when the car is done, so I think it will be worth it, but it takes a lot of time. Now it's time to actually install the hose I just cleaned. And as you can see, it takes way less time to install than to clean. But it does look good, so that's cool. After that, I installed the bracket that I cleaned off camera as well. And that's when I noticed a little problem. As you can see, the hose does not line up with the bracket, so I'm going to try and turn it a bit. I took off the hose again and carefully tapped the vacuum nipple with a hammer to turn it until the hose fitted the bracket. I was kinda scared to break it, but luckily I didn't. And now it's time to install the actual brakes. I only have to install the ones in the front because I left my rear brakes on. This way I was still able to use my parking brake, which made transport a whole lot easier. I did reuse my old brakes for now. I rebuilt these calipers a few months ago, but I didn't touch the outside of them, so they still look bad. I do want to upgrade my brakes soon, but I'm not sure yet what my best option would be. So if you have any advice, please let me know. Oh yeah, and as you can see, I set my coilover super high. So even though I have a coilover set, my car still looks like a monster truck. We have super high speed bumps here in the Netherlands, and ever since I swapped my engine to a B series, my exhaust manifold just scrapes everything. So I decided to make the car a bit higher until I find another solution. I actually wanted to wait to install my new wheels until taking the car out on the road, but I just couldn't wait any longer. So here you can see me install my Renault turbos instead of putting the Steelies back on. I am absolutely in love with this new look. I used to have black wheels, but these pop out so much more. Now onto the other side of the car to install the last parts of my brake system. Again, starting off with the bracket and then installing the caliper. I did break those little screws that keep your discs in place, so that's why they keep moving quite a bit. This shouldn't be any problem though, because the wheel will keep the disc in place once everything is installed. So it's only a little annoying for now, but it won't give any problems. I did struggle a little to make the brake caliper line up with the bracket, so I'm using a screwdriver to get it in place. There's probably an easier way to do this, but this works fine for me as well. After getting it lined up, I can finally tighten the last bolt. Now let's connect the last brake line. Oh yeah, by the way, people keep asking me how I keep my hands so clean while working on cars. And as you can see here, I don't. I just clean them often in between to prevent my camera from getting all greasy. And that's it, brakes are on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye!